Hi everybody. Hopefully your Code Academy follow along went well, as well as going through the PowerPoints, and you're starting to feel more confident in how HTML and CSS fit together. You should have submitted your badge from completing the class by now. I would encourage you to finish your HTML and CSS class before you get started on this responsive follow along. There are another number of great other courses available from Code Academy for free that you can go and learn. I think that it's a great resource for you, and so I encourage you to continue along. Another great resource that's out there that's also free is Khan Academy. It teaches a number of different codes. It also does science and math classes if that's something that you want to go through on your own. And then there's Free Code Camp, which literally walks you through a number of different coding step by step and class by class. It's kind of like a day camp that you follow along with, right? On top of these ones, there's great other resources out there that some parts are free and some parts are paid. Lynda.com, Team Treehouse, there's a ton out there. So if coding is something that you found a passion for, I hope that you continue on learning. What we're going to be building for this project is a responsive website, and this is the small website that we're going to be doing together. If you're wondering what responsive means, it literally means it responds to the screen on which it is displayed. So for example, this is how this page looks on my desktop, right? It's 4 pages. Okay, so if I show you the principles page, this is not one that we're going to be building together, but as I move in, this is the desktop view. Right about here would be about the tablet view, so you can see that everything's shifted, right? We now have gone from 3 columns to 2 columns. And as I come into what you would see on a phone, right, you can see that the menu has collapsed, so now it's a drop-down menu, and it goes to 1 column. So literally the site responds to the display portal that it's on at that time. Okay, so what we're going to be doing on this is we're not going to be doing all 4 pages, right? But we're just going to do this home page and the about page just to give you a start on things like how the menu collapses and how the page works in responsive. If you'd like to continue on and do the principles page and the contact page after this project is due, I'm going to upload this entire completed site, and it's great if you want to continue working on it and deconstruct the code. I'm also going to upload this finished example of a 1-page responsive site. These individual project links won't work. This is 2015 Soul of Athens. If you want to see the full project, you can go to 2015.soulofathens.com and pick that apart. But this is an example where if you want to know how this full screen video background was done, you can go into the code and look for that. And so I hope that's helpful if you want to start deconstructing things. You can deconstruct any site on your own and look at how they're pulling off things by simply going Control-click. This is in Chrome. And you'll see here it says View Page Source. Right? This is the code that is used in this site. Okay? There's also a number of plugins that you can use to look at code, and almost every browser has a way to view the source code or has a plugin. On Firefox, for example, there's a plugin called Firebug that you can open up and pull apart the code so you can learn what pieces are working where and how it's working. Okay. What I need you to download for this assignment is 4 things actually. I need you to go to Blackboard and download the folder of images and the body copy text document, right? The folder of images we're actually going to copy and paste, but the text document, that's just so you don't have to type out a whole paragraph. You can just copy and paste the text that I give you. I also need you to download brackets, right? This is the text editor that we're going to be using for this project. You can use any text editor you want, but what you're going to see on my screen as we're walking through it is brackets. I also need you to download HTML5 boilerplate. So what's this boilerplate? It's a front-end template. It kind of takes care of building the adaptable site's parts, right? So a lot of things are already in place for you, like getting your site to look the same on multiple screens or multiple types of browsers, right? There's things in here that are already done for you, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to download the standard. All right, it's going to come up as a folder. Let me get that on my desktop. I'm going to unzip the file. All right, so in here you can see there's my folder of images, and there's my text document as well. Okay, so let's take a look really quickly at what's in HTML5 boilerplate folder. The most important thing in here is just that index.html file. Now you could create this on your own, but index.html is what any browser will look for as the home page. So this is the first file that loads when you load a website. Okay, so you can add other HTML pages like what we will be doing our about page, but this is the page that we will use as our home page, okay? Other pages that this boilerplate provides is just the 404 error page. You have probably landed on an error page at some point. Some people will design them and redesign them and make them interesting. It just means that something didn't load right, and so this is the automatic error load page. These icons in here are already pre-done, right, to give you icons that go along with certain things like an Apple Touch interface or the favicon. So what is the favicon? Up at the top of any browser screen, you'll see a little logo that goes along with the site. For example, on here is just this little folder. It's a 32 pixel by 32 pixel image, right? And so you can redo this and replace it with something that's yours if you want to, right? You don't rename it. You just literally call it favicon.ico and drop it in here, and this boilerplate will pull it in, right? It gives you a folder of CSS. How we will be doing it is we will not be manipulating these provided files, right? Some people will do it that way. For us, what we're going to do is create our own style file and overwrite these, right? That way we're using the power that came with these two that are provided that do things like provide certain styling for a responsive site or make sure things work across different types of browsers. But instead of possibly messing up what's already there, we're going to make our own, and it'll overwrite anything that's already in place. For the image folder, what I need you to do is take that folder of images, and you're literally going to copy all of these images that I provided for you and drop them into that folder. That way you've got it all set up, but you won't need to go hunting around digging for anything. It's all there for you. They also provide a JavaScript folder that enables JavaScript to work and jQuery plugins. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. Hopefully you'll continue on and learn JavaScript. We are not touching it in this class. So please take care of doing those things, and when you're done, I look forward to seeing you in lesson 2.